I haven't had a real job since 2010. It is 2025. I started TikTok in the end of 2020 because it was something that I thought would be fun, something that I wanted to do. End up making in 5 years over $2 million from TikTok. For those of you that are saying, okay, since TikTok is going to be banned, now you're going to have to go find a real job. Let me tell you, I'm 40 years old right now. I found out that real jobs and how real jobs worked at like 19. I worked for one of the largest companies that is still on the dial right now, okay? Top 50 or 100 in companies, okay, for 5 years while I was in undergrad. And when I tell you those people treated us like shit, I'm talking about missing paychecks. I'm talking about saying they were going to pay us one thing and then you get your check and it's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about overlooking you for promotions when you sell the most in the establishment and they give somebody else a job who's underqualified. I'm talking about straight lying to our faces, all right? And if those of you who knew me back in undergrad who worked with me, because we were all friends that worked together, all right, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about, what company I'm talking about. They played so many games. My next job after that, after I graduated from college, I went on to work in radio sales, all right? When I tell you I showed up to that job and there were people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s while I'm 22 years old that were drunk and high all the time. Okay? I went from making $14 an hour plus commission at this one place to literally making $80,000 a year or more, just because at 22 years old, I would do the stuff that them people wouldn't do, the 40 and the 50-year-olds. And when I say that, I mean actually turning my paperwork on time and not show up to meetings drunk and not go to the clients and get drunk with them and stuff like that. Okay? Left there and went on to another place selling chemicals. The lady told me not to wear my jewelry at work on my calls because the customers might think I feel like I'm better than them. The very next job I had at 23, 24 years old or so was an advertising job, a local advertising, sales and marketing, right? They let me go on some crazy charges, said I was forging signatures, right? Which is a whole long story in itself. Tried to walk me out, could not, because they didn't have the evidence to back up their lies. Ended up firing me anyway 2 or 3 months later, just to turn around, close the entire location, whole office of people. They fired as many people as they could and closed the whole place down just to give them severance for like 30 days. Then turned around 3 months after firing me for allegedly forging signatures, tried to rehire me at half the base. Same people, okay? So when y'all talk about now you're gonna have to get a real job because you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket and who quits their job to go work on TikTok and shit like that, baby, look around you, read the room. We're all working class and they don't give a fuck, okay? Nowhere. Whether it's TikTok, social media, YouTube, whether it's at, whatever job that you're working, your 9 to 5, whatever, they don't care. They're trying to do everything that they can do to not have to pay you and not have to treat you like a whole human being. Because look around, we are the new slaves, babe, okay? So I suggest that you find something that you enjoy doing. For a lot of us, for what they say, like 1.7 million of us, that was TikTok. We actually, for the most part, enjoyed showing up. Even though there are still some bullshit situations that we have to deal with, we enjoy doing what we're doing as content creators. I suggest that you find something that you can enjoy doing what you're doing so you can feel the same, okay? And you won't be online hating and making these comments about finding a real job, because a lot of us are doing very well with our fake ones.